Sup book bitches. It's a long time ago that I was going to be doing these book reviews, book talks, whatever you guys want to call it, for The Crooked Kingdom and for Six of Crows. Oh my god, I love this series. And it's finally happening! So this book I purchased because this book arrived for me to do a review on. I think it took me like 2 days to finish this. It was amazing. Fuck! Obviously I read this one first because if I didn't, I'm stupid. Look how beautiful these books are. You can see there's buildings at the bottom of the frickin' feathers. I didn't notice it until the other day. Look at it. Look. Bet you didn't notice it either. Fucking kill me dead. The cover designer was amazing. Okay? Whoever did this, 500 points to whichever house you're in. Hopefully it's Slytherin. But before you carry on watching this video, if you have not read this and have not read this, fuck right off, because I'm going to ruin the books for you really hard. And I know that I'm not going to be able to do them any justice in the short amount of time, because these books are filled to the brim with amazing shit. I've been probably procrastinating because I've been so nervous to do these reviews because I know that I can't do them justice. Leigh Bardugo, why do you make my life so hard? But let's get cracking. Six of Crows, book 1 in the duology. Yes, there's only 2. What the hell, Leigh Bardugo, I love you, but wow. This book had me captivated from the first page. What better way to start a new duology than by jumping back into the Grishaverse and then starting off with something that people are familiar with, Grisha. But this time, Grisha on super drugs. Jyoda Parem, okay? Fuck. It was insane, it was intense. I was sitting there, I was like, ah, fuck, what? That chick is boss! And then you later find out that she dies. And you can't handle your drugs. There's this new drug that's been, is it invented? Well, there's this new drug that's entered the market. I read this book so long ago, I can barely remember the stuff. So notorious gang member Kaz Brecker is called in by this douche-faced merchant, or mercher as they call him in this book, to do the impossible. Break into the Ice Court, which is like an impenetrable fortress of amazing on the other side of the fucking planet, and steal. It's a person that's inside this prison that knows the recipe to make this Jyoda Parem, make all the Grishas amazingly strong, but then they die because they have withdrawals and they haven't been eating, and holy fuck, they're like set into overdrive. He's offered this huge reward if he gets this correct, and if he does, he'll be set for life. Okay, set for life. So he gathers this team of 5 other people, so there's 6 of them all together. So there's Kaz Brecker, there's Inej, there's Nina, there's Wylan, there's Jesper, and then there's the big ass brute Mateos, or Mattheos. I don't know how you wanna, if you wanna pronounce it. I called him Mateos throughout the whole book, so if you wanna call him something else, go right ahead. Fuck you. Oh my god, the characters are so detailed and so intricate. In the first book, they give you snippets of the character's backstory, but they go deeper into specific characters as she goes throughout the book. And you're just sitting there and you're like, holy fuck. Nina is a heartrender and she can fuck you up. She has fallen head over heels for Mateos, who is basically her sworn enemy from the Driscoll. And they hate Grisha. And Mateos has like a love-hate relationship with her. Then you get Jesper, who's this kick-ass marksman, sniper, gun shooting man. He's awesome. He's like a little bit bisexual in the first book, because he talks about sleeping with men and women. And you get Wylan, naughty little shitface. He can make explosives and make things blow up. He's really cool. And then there's Kaz Brecker. I don't know about him. When I first started reading him, I didn't know if I would like his character. But I did. At the end of book 2, basically, I think at the end of book 1, I was like, oh shit, I feel for this dude, shame. But at the beginning of the book, I was like, I like everyone else, but Kaz isn't really falling on my radar. And there's Inej. She's my second favorite character. Nina's on the top. Okay, I love magic. You already got 50 points ahead of everyone else, so Nina, you go girl. This motley crew gathers together There's action scenes all over the place. So they get on this boat, action scene, fuck off to Driscoll land, and oh my god, shit is insane. The plot, I don't know how she marks her plot. It's so in depth, and there's so many twists and turns, and fuck. And her characters and her descriptions and her analogies are just amazing. This duology, compared to her Grisha trilogy, there is no comparison. It's in the same world, but they're not the same. Okay, her writing style has literally increased like tenfold. And that's not to say the first trilogy was bad. I mean, the first trilogy was really good. I wouldn't have picked this up otherwise. But this is on a whole other level. Shit. Amazeballs. Fuck. They're busy rescuing... I don't know, is it rescuing? I don't know if they're rescuing him. They're going to go and find their treasure man and steal him. Nina takes this Jodha Param to save them. Fuck. My heart sank when I read that scene. No pun intended. She fucks up shit. She literally fucks shit up. And it doesn't help them, because in the end, that fuckhole Murcha screws them right over. Takes Inej as a prisoner, and I'm like, no! Inej and Kaz, they were like meant to be. What? Even though Kaz is such a fuckhole with his emotions, God, he's broken. And Inej is just beautiful and amazing and kick-ass, and Kaz does not deserve her. Another character that I honestly didn't think that I would enjoy reading was Wallen. He was a little bit of like a backstory character in the first novel, and he was just sort of like skirted over. Like there was like a little spark going on there between Jesper and Wallen, and I'm like, maybe not. You never know. At the end of book 1, I'm like, fuck, dude, this kid's life is hectic. Near the end of book 1, Nina tailors Wallen to look like Kwai, who... Is it Kwai? Kwai? I called him Kwai. And she tailors him to look like Kwai, who is the son of the guy who made Jodha Param, and he says that he knows how to make Jodha Param because the dad is now dead. What better way to fuck shit up by having a kid that may or may not know how to make Jodha Param and then also try and make a cure for it. There are 2 Kwais running around. One is the Wallen Kwai and one is the real Kwai. I don't think I'm doing these books any justice. Book 2. Oh my god. It opens basically exactly where they left off. They're on that fucking island. They got no fucking gold. Inej is fucked off as a prisoner. And now they've got to get their team back together, but they're being hunted. So shit's going down. Look, I'm surprised I didn't have a heart attack. How dare you, Leigh Bardugo? I should send you bills in future if I have heart problems, because it came from this duology. Kaz has to formulate a new plan, not only to get Inej back, but to fuck the merchants up, and then get rich at the same time. I was like, how is she gonna do this? There's no way. And then still full, an even thicker book than the first one. There's no ways, bro. It's gonna be boring. She's not gonna do it. She don't fucking play. This book is literally my top book so far of 2017. Probably one of my top books ever. I would, and I don't reread books, I would reread this duology because that's how good it is. Kaz now has 1 crew member less. They have no home base. They're living out of some fucking dingy island that's supposedly haunted. Shit goes down. Nina's fucked up from that Jodha Param. Her powers aren't fucking working. Jesper is still pretending that he isn't a fabricator and doesn't have any Grisha powers. What a dumbass. Remember I said there was a spark between Jesper and Wallen? Well, Wallen gets a huge ass backstory in the second book. And you're like, oh my god, he's so amazing, he's wonderful. And then Jesper's like all supportive and shit, and you're like, wow, they would be so good together. In book 2, there is a kiss scene between Jesper and Wallen. And my heart sank when he said there was no spark. I was like, what the fuck? They were perfect together. Wasn't fucking wildin'. It was fucking quiet. The little shit face, I wanted to wring his fucking neck. Who walks in through the doorway? Fucking wildin'. And he's like, what is going on? This was my face. I can't even deal. How dare you, little fuckhole? Don't come here and steal Wyland's man. I'll fuck you up, son. Finally have their moment, and I feel like that's so amazing. So, Leigh, I don't know if you know that you did this, but when you did, it was amazing. Jesper's dad then jumps into the fray because Jesper's now fucked them up because of his gambling problems, and his debts are being called in, and the dad's gonna lose his farm. So he comes out to see what the fuck is going on, and he gets entwined in this whole story, and it's amazing. Not because he's now fucking involved, but because of the relationship he has with his son. Jesper's dad sees the two of them together, and he turns to him and he's like, I'm really happy for you, my son. And what is amazing for me is that Jesper never has to come out to his dad. His dad accepts him for exactly who he is. I mean, the dad raised him, he knows who he is as a person, but he never has to go, oh dad, I really like boys. I really appreciate that you put that into your book. The characters and the places in your book are very open in that sense. It's super refreshing to read, and I feel like this culture that we've got ourselves into of coming out of the closet is a terrible one. The amount of pressure that we put on ourselves and having to tell your parents that that almost as if there's something wrong with you, that you have to come out of the closet to your parents. There's nothing wrong with you for being gay. Nothing. Why should you need to come out to your parents? Your parents should accept you no matter what, because they raised you, they know exactly who you are. That part of you is not something that was just a fucking surprise one day you were like, oh yeah, I like boys instead of girls. No, your parents most probably knew. My mom did. Parents already know who you are. Telling them that you're gay means nothing. It doesn't change you as a person. And if they don't like that about you after having raised you for like 18 years of your entire life, then they don't hate you as a person. They just have an issue with homosexuality. That's not on you, that's on them. It's not your problem, it's their problem. Leigh, that you put it in there without him having to come out of the closet to his parents, I feel like is really important. It's like a tiny little 2-line passage, but it means the world to me, and I'm sure it means the world to a whole bunch of other readers of yours who are gay. I mean, that was pretty in depth, and it probably made me fall in love with you even more. Oh, little hearts. Okay, now that that's done, let's do the rest of the review. Fuck, the ending was insane. Literally, I didn't put it down. Fuck. From here, was, I didn't stop reading. Not a fuck. Not to go to the bathroom, not to eat, not to answer phone calls. I don't care who you are. When I was reading that book, I was like, you're dead to me. And I need to know how it ends, because I need to know what twists and turns she's got involved to make them win, because they need to win. The ending was satisfying, but also very sad. There had better be a Nina novel or a novella, because you cannot end like that. Spoilers! Mateos dies. Nina promises Mateos to help the Driscoll realize that what they're doing is wrong. And I need to know how she does that. I'm looking at you, Leigh. I've totally not done this book service, because this duology is life. If you don't read this, you're stupid. If you haven't read this, why are you watching this video still? What the fuck is wrong with you? I told you to fuck off in the beginning of the fucking video. I hope that you have read these, and I hope that you enjoyed them as much as I do. Leave your comments in the comments section, and give me a follow on all of the links below. I don't know where the subscribe button is. They've fucking moved it or whatever. I don't even care. Don't subscribe. Subscribe. If you enjoy me, you enjoy me. If you don't, you don't. Bye, book bitches.